Hi, I'm Erin Edwards. I'm here with Jessica Waite. She's an Oceanside-based entrepreneur, sustainability advocate, and the co-founder of The Plot and Wrench and Rodent, along with her husband, Davin Waite. I'm excited to talk to you about how you're shaking up food systems, your zero waste, which is incredible, restaurants. How did you first become so eco-conscious?
Both myself and my partner both come from families. It was just like we didn't waste anything. We used the towels until they fell apart and didn't waste any food. We composted. All those little things that just kind of stick in your head of like, oh, why would we waste something when we can continue to conserve it? In college, I was really focused on pre-health, and I started to kind of understand all of the environmental impacts, all of the health impacts, and all of the different reasons that having a sustainable food system is really, really important. And it solves so many of the problems that our society faces right now.
One of your website quotes is, "Every dish is a middle finger to the status quo and a love note to the planet."
The way things have been done are not the way that they necessarily should be done if we're really working to respect communities and respect the planet. This idea that we can kind of shake up and disrupt the food system, and this idea that activism could be something as simple as changing what we put on a plate. It's not this huge system overhaul. It's just like, let's grow food in our communities and let's prepare it in a way that's healthy for people. When we started a restaurant, it was really for David. He's super creative and an amazing chef, and he needed a playground. And so that was what Wrench and Rodent was. And I was planning on going on and starting a career. And what we realized is that the more we did the things that we believed in, the more we talked about the local farms, the more people responded really well to that. So we realized that there's a huge appetite for the kind of business that is value driven. For dinner service, we always start with an amuse-bouche. Very frequently, it's something that came from the garden, something that came from a byproduct, something we had overabundance of. That to us is always something that opens up the conversation about our philosophy, why we grow our own food, why we are zero waste. I think that why is a huge part of our value proposition to the community, why people come and show up for us. Even though there's a lot of elements of our business that are maybe more expensive, maybe more labor intensive, because we're doing things what we consider to be the best way. If you create a restaurant that's a hot spot and they can feel good about eating there, it's a win-win. And then we just sneak in the little bits and pieces about sustainability. We are a regenerative business model. Like, we want to give back more than we take. One of the things we focus the most on is zero food waste. When we talk about zero waste, we always have to say it's a journey. We are not perfect. Restaurants are really, really challenging to do everything completely zero waste, but we say zero waste ethos. It's really gnarly to be putting that much food in the landfill. And even if it's going into food scraps recycling programs, you still have to think about the fact that every single carrot top that gets wasted, or every single broccoli stem that took resources to grow, that took labor to grow. And when you put a tomato on a truck and you send it all the way over here and it was grown in, crap soil from the beginning, that tomato does not taste that excellent. But when you grow a tomato in the backyard in healthy soil and walk it lovingly into the kitchen, that tomato tastes excellent. That is also a huge part of why we do this, is because we love food and we want our guests to come in and have the best possible food experience.
What is one of the most unusual things that would be normally traditional waste that you use in your menu?
We make pastrami beets for a Reuben salad. So we smoke them and pastrami cure them. The scraps of those beets, like the tops and the little cuts, make our ketchup. And then that ketchup is used to make a Korean barbecue sauce. And then the brine from the beets is used to make our Spam, which is with red lentils. So you're using this one process and it's turning into all these different things. We'd have to spend an hour talking about all the different versions of that in the kitchen. But that's kind of an example of how the chefs go, okay, I have this thing, and how can I not just use it so it's not waste, but use it so that it really makes these incredible flavors.
I think people are so blown away when they come and eat here. They feel like they're coming to eat healthy, and they're just blown away by how good it is.
We wanted to be win-win-win for the planet, for people's health, for the animals, but we also wanted to be without compromise, because I think that's the biggest thing that keeps people from really wanting to eat maybe more healthy food or more plant-based food, is because they want really good food. We all crave a delicious, satisfying meal. If we have to think sometimes delicious or good for me. Sometimes we're just going to pick delicious. And so we really wanted to take that compromise out of the equation. We want to create food that's so damn good you don't miss anything.
If you could inspire one change in how communities consume, what would that change be?
Grow food locally and support your local farmers. What we can do as a community is just bring our food system back home and take back our power over what we eat and how we experience our health.
So what's next for you, and how can we support this wonderful mission?
I thought that we needed to scale in order to make an impact. So we started doing that, and it got really hard really fast. We spread ourselves too thin, we lost our joy, and we diluted a bit of our mission. And we just had this realization very recently that whatever we're working on, we just want to make sure that it is absolutely excellence and that we're living and breathing our mission and our vision for the businesses. And then if we want to expand down the line, we'll do that. But at this very moment, and this is completely contrary to how I set out a couple of years ago, we can make more impact and more ripple effect by just doing really, really good things in our community.
So thank you so much for talking to us today. I just so enjoyed the conversation, and I'm so inspired.
This definitely got me excited too, and just kind of lit the fire to go out and make some more positive change. I love these conversations. So if anybody's interested in learning more about The Plot, we have a website that we keep pretty active. It's theplotrestaurant.com. We also have wrenchandrodent.com. And then we have Instagram, which is very lively. So at The Plot Restaurant and at Wrench and Rodent. You can also find us on Facebook.
Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.